Following last week's complete and utter shake-up of the Women's Premier League table, the top four race has burst wide open. And these two sides here today have the chance to break into the finals positions. Good afternoon to all watching along from around the world. My name is Mark DePoli. This is Quakers Hill Park, the home of Quakers Hill Juniors, who welcome Norwest Football Club. It's Blacktown versus Hills in the match of the round. It's a 17-minute drive to this venue from the home of Norwest, which is Francesco Reserve in Bella Vista, just shy of 11 kilometres along the way, split by the famous Vardy's Road. Enough about the logistics. Let's talk football. Following a real upturn in form and 2 wins on the bounce for Quakers, they've labelled themselves as one of the teams in form in this ultra-tight competition. With teams around them faltering, slipping and struggling for consistency, led by Golden Boot contender Marion Schroeder, Quakers Hill have found their stride. In ascending order, Grey Stains and today's opponents Norwest separate Quakers themselves and Kellyville in that 4th spot. But it's possible that they could jump up today, unlikely, but possible. Their poor goal difference could come back to bite them as we really enter the pointy end of the season. -11. They'd need Winston Hills to violently destroy Kellyville by a seemingly improbable number of goals today, as well as find their own winners here today. But if we are talking numbers, while they might not jump over Kellyville just yet, they could match their points tally of 15. And that could be a real confidence booster. Their issue has been clean sheets as much as it has been keeping the same starting 11 fit each week. A stern reminder of just how impactful 1 or 2 players can be when the competition is so hot. They're pretty much back to their best today though, and they'll be wanting to put on a show in front of their adoring home fans. When Norwest hosted Quakers on the last day of April earlier in the year, they bested them 4-0. Norwest hold the position that Quakers would oh so love to have. They're on the same number of points as Kellyville in 4th, and they could very well break into that top 4 for the first time today if results go their way. It's a day where the competition's Golden Boot contenders meet head-to-head. Erica Laverty sitting on 16 to Marion Schroeder's 13 from Quakers. She scored 4 more goals than she's played games this year. All eyes have been on her this season, and she's made a real name for herself. Norwest's issue this year, like their opposition funnily enough, has been keeping out goals. But unlike Quakers, they score a whole lot more than them as a whole, which has averaged out to keep the gap between them up to this point today. With 3 wins in their last 4 and despite last week's narrow loss to tabletoppers Holroyd, which is no mean feat, Norwest have unquestionably morphed into one of the WPL's hardest teams to keep down. Known notoriously about the place for sticking into games for the full 90 minutes, they demand a lot from themselves, and they'll be fully aware that this is a chance to knock a fellow Hills team off their top 4 perch and go 2 from 2 against an informed team from Blacktown while in Blacktown. The top 4 race involves the entire WPL table. These two sides have a chance to prove that the match of the round audience that they are worthy of being one of those sides who live longer into August and perhaps even into the grand finals in September. Finals are just around the corner. Quakers Hill will host Norwest in a 6-pointer that could be critical in deciding who finishes where this season. Pride, points and places are in fact on the line today. Let's go through the starting 11s. We'll begin with the hosts Quakers here at their home ground, Quakers Hill Park. In goal, it's a return for Ella Wilson. She's got 1 match of the round assist to her name, and her long boot from out of her hands is a thing of beauty. It's a return to the match of the round fall for Abby Corkery, recently turned 18 and in her 6th year at the club. She's been very resolute down that left-hand side in the number 8 jersey. She is one to watch out for. It's a combination at the centre-back of Leah Outscorn and for the first time Sophia Trotnar dropping in from the 6 to play centre-back. At right-back, it's Maddie Ellison in the 11 jersey. The 2 central midfielders are Jamie Cumbo, the captain of the side, who has 18 years all up, spread across 2 decades at this wonderful place. She's next to Olivia Todorovic, formerly of Spartans and Marconi at junior level. On the right, it's Maddie, better known as Hollywood Russell, in the 7 jersey. On the left, it's 16-year-old Jenna Howe, who has a match of the round assist to Marion Schroeder. Speaking of which, Marion Schroeder in the 14 jersey in the 2nd place for the Golden Boot race. And next to her, it's the woman who scored the winner last week at Marion. It's Emerson Williams in the 13. That's the lineup of the 11 of the home team. Let's head away to Norwest now. In goal, it's Monique Johnson, who'll be wanting to have a very strong performance after last week. From left to right in this back four, for the first time I've had the pleasure of commentating this great team, it's Sanch Sharma in the number 5 jersey. At just 16 years old, she's recovering from a long-term ankle injury that's been hindering her for a couple of years now, but she's found a really good crop of players who she loves to play alongside, and it's been really helpful for her in finding her love for football again. The two centre-backs, Maddie Kiner, who is the number 7 jersey, and is of course the daughter of Trent, who is the coach down to my left, and she's next to 200-plus game servant of the former Norwest Sydney Koalas, by the way, returning to football for the first time after 8 years in Katarina Easton Berry. That's a hyphenated last name between Easton and Berry, by the way. She's in the 18 jersey. At right back, it is in fact Caitlin Hulley in the number 2. The two deepest of the midfielders are Beth Golan, whose sister plays on the right, by the way, but she's next to Marinelle Juan, better known as MJ. They wear 6 and 21 respectively. Beth, the former of those two, is one of the club's all-time top goal scorers, and this season no different with 3 already. On the left, it's Ruth Mascom in the number 3 jersey. On the right, as mentioned, it's the sister of Beth. It's Grace Golan, who's the one who brings the speaker to each game and pumps up the girls with some great hits. I'm not sure quite what they play, but I guess we'll find out if it works at the end of this game. And just 18 years old, she's been a really good inclusion into the starting 11 this year in her first year at the club. On the left, of the two strikers with 4 goals this year in the number 10 jersey, it's Emma Stewart. And on the right, it's the one you've all been waiting for me to say, in the 11 jersey with 16 goals in 11 games this year, with a match of the round goal last time as well, last week against Holroyd no less, Erica Laverty in her first year at the club. What an impact she has made. Those are the two starting 11s who are ready to walk out. In fact, they are, as you see to my right, walking out now. They are joined by a very strong refereeing lineup as well. In the centre, it's Taylon Redden, who men's Blacktown Premier League fans will be very wary of. As well, Ravi Mehta and Cooper Finlay starts on the flanks of the referee. Thank you all very much, as ever, for tuning in to this Women's Premier League stream. It's an honour to have you guys watching along as we head towards the pointy end of this first ever season of this wonderful competition. I thank you all very much, and if you'd like to give us something in return, don't forget to leave a like on the stream whether you're watching along from Hills, Granville, or of course, my home of Blacktown. Two teams now lining up in front of you. Quakers Hill in their wonderfully new jerseys, white with tinges of green on the right. Norwest in their wonderfully recognisable home strip as well, even though they're away from home, on the left of the referees. Quakers go over to say hello and welcome to our wonderful home ground. And let's see what the next 90 minutes has in store for us. It's quieting down around this usually busy place. There were games behind us just 5 minutes ago, which are now subsided, and we can now put full focus into the Premier League. Both teams go either side into their starting halves, jumping into a huddle. They know how important it is. If you have just tuned in, by the way, to jump on right on 3 o'clock when the kickoff time should be, both of these two sides have the opportunity to jump into the top 4. It's almost improbable that Quakers will be able to do it just today, but a win would absolutely help them on their way. And for Norwest, a very real opportunity, especially should results go their way around the grounds as well. I won't be able to tell you exactly what's happening because all games kick off at the same time in the WPL, but we'll be able to talk about it on our podcast later on in the week, which you can watch by going onto the BDSFA Facebook or YouTube page. Apologies in advance for any wind that you hear come through the microphone. I'll do my best to shield my body away from God's breath, but I'll try my best. It won't be an easy task. By the way, both sides are only sporting a combined 3 players on the bench. 1 for Quakers and 2 for Norwest. Very light and thin squads as they go into this one. Just moments away from kicking off now. Quakers at their home ground. They'll be running right to left on your screen. Norwest running left to right. I'm expecting a cracker. Both sides know the stakes that are on offer here, and the points that could be won and what they mean in the context of both their respective seasons. If there's ever a time to put on a show, now is that time. Norwest yet to find a winner in a match of the round game where they have been live streamed. Away we go, by the way. It's Norwest who will kick us off. There's the first touch there for the 200 plus games at the NWS Koalas for Easton Berry. She'll be one to keep an eye on and has been really good, especially in recent weeks as well, as Norwest have found their form. It's the first touch for Quakers. It's come through Leah Outscorn, and it will find touch on this near side here. Caitlin Hulley picks this one up. the throwing will be taken back from the spot where the ball actually came out from, or are they checking the validity of the ball? I think it's not pumped enough. It's okay, says Taylon. And on we'll go. Caitlin Hulley to restart play. Here is Marinelle Juan, of a Filipino background, and was involved in all of the media duties at the start of the year, you might remember, which was reposted everywhere across Facebook and YouTube between Hills, Granville and Blacktown. She's on all the promotion pieces for the match of the round as well. Here is Marion Schroeder in that 14 jersey. Silver in the golden boot right now. Everybody wants golden in the golden boot. Shouldn't have to remind. Jenna Howe now running in behind. That's a good first touch by Monique Johnson in goal. And then she's been lobbed. Will that go in? No, it'll be pulled wide. But you'll be able to hear that strike from Jamie Cumbo brought about a lot of rapport and applause from the sideline. Being told by her father, no less, Jamie Cumbo, father being Mario, that she had more time to lob one into the back of the net, and it could have been an uncontested goal. Quakers press, a youthful press at that. I thought for a second might have actually worked its magic. It hasn't. Picked up well Maddie Russell, and now this is Maddie Ellison. Couple of throw-ins here on this near side as all the action's happening in front of our eyes, which is great to watch. This is Maddie Ellison. First significant touch of the day there for Grace Golan, the younger of the two Golan sisters. Throw in for Quakers. Not happy with that decision is Emma Stewart. Arguing with the referees. Won't be the first time from either side today, I'm sure. It was well picked up by Maddie Ellison. She put it in behind, but not even Marion Schroeder could get there first. Another touch for Monique Johnson in goal, who is intelligently wearing the hat today to make sure that the sun, which will be pointing into her eyes for the next 45 minutes, is blocked off. This is Olivia Todorovic, who had brown hair last time we covered her in a match of the round, so be wary of that change. She's still wearing the number 10 though, so don't you worry. Another save for Monique Johnson, and she's got to compete with the wind as well as the elements, the sun today, so this first half is going to be really difficult. And Quakers will be hoping in the second half they can be reprimanded by the sun going behind the trees and maybe the wind going down. Ella Wilson's going to come for this one, and that's a very intelligent call by the young keeper, who will only continue on improving. Will Ella. Also donning the hat today. First touch out of the sky by Marion Schroeder, but she couldn't get it under control. Jenna Howe couldn't either. MJ picks it up and feeds it back. And then stabbed forward by Easton Berry. There's a tussle in the middle of the park right on the halfway line here. It's missed the referee and picked up by Abby Corkery, who's usually played at left back, so apologies for saying that she would be. She's on the right this time. I'm sure you can forgive me for that mistake. Easton Berry with the throw-in, and a long throw-in too. Flicked behind Ruth Mascom. Into touch once again though, and Quakers will maintain their territorial advantage so far that they've maintained. Back in play. Picked up here by Sophia Trotner, who's able to facilitate play because she usually plays as the 6 as a centre back today. Maddie Russell, that's an uncharacteristic miss of the ball for her. She's been able to keep it in though, that's better work. Gives it back to another Maddie. This time Ellison puts it in, and it's a good cross and brave work by the goalkeeper, Monique Johnson, who's already been called into action 3, 4 or 5 times already. It's missed Emma Stewart. Leah Outscorn picks it up. Ellison, who gets a start today, and her pass has forced Caitlin Halley to put that out for a throw. Fullback, some of the most involved positions so far in this opening 10 minutes or so. Everything happening down this near flank for Quakers, it seems. Poor touch there by Emerson Williams in that 13 jersey. Long throw in by Caitlin Hulley. Touch there by Erica Stewart. It's very good. She's been fortuitous to keep it, so Fairtrotner gets rid of it. Came back from Katuba just this morning to make sure she can make this game. That's Maddie Kiner who will pick it up. The centre back wearing 7. Just a goal kick. Played short and simply to Katarina Eastonberry. And she's fed that through the midfield line straight away after one touch. Competent turn there by Beth Gollan. And she's got numbers in front of her that she can find. And she's unfortunately found one from Quakers colours. Picked up again here by Markscombe, I do believe. Couldn't get her forward pass accurate again. Outscoring again, intercepting twice in a minute there. Todorovic goes wide to Jenna Howe, who's the speedster in the side. Competent on either flank is the 16-year-old. Cumbo picks it up and it's cleared by Trotner. She's got a significant brute on her, doesn't she? An easy pick-up for Johnson in goal. And now she will launch it forward. One bounce and past the halfway line. Marks missed it. Norwest have a chance to break here. It's a 3v4 in behind. Is Stewart. Can she find the bottom corner? And she can with ease. And Norwest come to Quakers Hill Park very early and find their first goal. It was one very crisp and quick counter-attack that did the damage. And you saw straight away that they had numbers bursting forward. And that's why they are such frequent scorers this year. Really composed work from Emma Stewart. That's 5 goals for the year now, which you can track on Dribble, by the way, under the Moments tab. And the first goal, the first dagger of the day, Norwest's way. How can Quakers respond? We've seen them go behind before, and they've proved a plethora of times in and out of live streams that they are capable of making comebacks. Well, they're going to be forced into one here today. Abby Corkery high up the pitch to take this as the right back. Schroeder tried to invert her pass. Eventually it's fallen to Todorovic. Tried to find Hollywood Russell. Cumbo again. The captain has fed a ball in behind. And another claim along the ground for Johnson. Emerson Williams is showing some great pace in behind though, isn't she? That's exactly what worked for Ella Stewart for Norwest. Gracie Gollan has kicked the ground instead of the ball there. And right in front of the camera, she'll be able to watch that back and hopefully watch it with a smile with the 18-year-old. Thrown in behind, but a bit directionless, and they've been fortuitous to win a throw in there. They'll take everything though.
Get ready, come on, Jen, let's go.
Beth Gollan currently, you might be able to hear, struggling to see because the wind is impacting her hair, which is going in her face. It's important for a footballer to be able to see the pitch. Let's hope she finds what she's looking for. That's a poor ball by Jamie Cumbo. She has high standards. She'll want to do better next time. She even had the wind in her favour to work with. Played short. Beth has got her headband, by the way, for all those who are hanging with bated breath. Touch inside, delicately accurate. Goes Sanj Sharma. Now she has to do recovery work. Picked up here by Marion Schroeder. Now running in behind. Calls for that to be a free kick against her. In the end, it was Maddie Kiner who put the pressure on, and just a goal kick. You can see Schroeder frustrated by the quality of the ball in behind in the last couple of minutes, and she's frustratedly kicked the ball away. And Norwest, of course, having the lead, will be in no rush to take this whatsoever. Every bit of moment where they are not having the ball in play is one where they are still winning and under no pressure. Although Marielle Huyn might be tested here in her first year at the club. And she's given it away. She was put under a lot of pressure there, though. Really well picked up by Hully, though, the right back. On the turn now is the sole goal scorer of the day, but outscored is strong. Probably the player of the match in the first match that Quakers featured in up against Parkley at Blacktown Football Park earlier in the season. And then her pass went wayward, though. Commentator's curse does live on and exist. at the minute, if we were to suggest hypothetically that Kellyville are continuing their really uncharacteristically poor form, it will be Norwest to break into the top 4 as of this result. If it stands this way right now, Quakers need to do the responding here. It's picked up down that left-hand side by you-know-who, Erica Laverty, who's now streaming into the box up against Leah, outscored. She'll put it towards the keeper, and Ella Wilson with a calm save. Needed a second bite at it just to claim it completely, but really good stuff by the 18-year-old keeper. And there's the boot I was talking about out of the hands. Kiner now, who featured on our podcast this week, will let it go all the way back from keeper to keeper. And Norwest have the ball again. The hillside dominating so far. Well done by Maddie Ellison to find Emerson Williams in behind. Kiner's pass was directionless. In the end, picked up really well. It's actually ended up being a very good ball in behind, and now she wants to turn provider as Stuart Corkery was there. Outscore will pick it up, and she'll just find touch. Here's Caitlin Hulley, who's also featured on the podcast numerous times. Maddie Ellison, her header out for a throw-in. And now thrown in behind. She'll have to defend here again. Consecutive throw-ins. You can see by the reaction of all the players how difficult it is to look into the sunlight. Caitlin Hulley urged to throw it in. That's a serious distance on that throw that she got. It has been cleared initially. Second phase play coming in now. It's a throw-in taker to find the goal scorer up against Outscorn. She's put it across the face of goal in the end. A good save. It went to the front post. Probably not exactly where she wanted to hit it. Wilson's gone long again. Never want to allow this to bounce because it will just keep on going. It's a good ball in the end. It might force Kiner to put it into touch, or will she go back to the keeper? Schroeder doing what she does best. She's all alone up there and had no options to go to. And they've won a goal kick. Although goal kicks are never going to be fun with the wind blaring against them, so they're going to be forced to go short, I imagine. Short they go. Hulley goes back to Kiner. Now back to Hulley. 1-2, 1-2. Picked up well by Beth Golan, and now she's running in behind against Outscore. Not many people outpace the centre back, but she might be one. Beth Golan wants to make it 4 goals for the season, and a save at the near post by Ella Wilson. On the counter-attack, Norwest are looking so deadly, and they are struggling right now to deal with it, our Quakers. The midfield just don't seem to be helping in the track back much at all. Things to talk about at half-time perhaps, but they need to make sure they get to half-time so unscathed that they can make a comeback in the second half. An in-swinging corner to come in. It's a very good ball in and headed towards goal by hook or by crook. Calls for a handball, waved away straight away by Red and the referee. And a massive coming together there. Just a goal kick. Erica Laverty wanted to notch up another assist for the year. Doesn't always have to be the goal scorer, the left-booted footballer. Imagine in your first year, not only in WPL, but at the club entirely, picking up the golden boot. What an achievement. Should be remembered for a long time, Erica. Picked up here by Grace Collin. Come here to Jamie Cumbo for Quakers. Lacking a little bit of quality, Quakers Hill. Cullen with a long throw. Russell fearless in the coming together there. It'll be Norwest's to throw again. Grace Golan. Will she keep it in? She will. On we go. And again, it's going to be Norwest on the ascendancy. Two balls on the pitch, so we'll take a second to get one of them off. A long throw just inside the box. It's been cleared. 3 consecutive throw-ins will now come in. Norwest looking like the team most likely to break into the top 4 today. Very, very strong. I've been very impressed with what I've seen so far. Towing comes in as quick as possible. Will it be a corner or a goal kick? Important call. Corner it will be, so Laverty will come across.
Pick up, please, come on. Pick up.
The number 11 jersey, oh so recognisable at this point of the season. They know how dangerous she is. And it comes again, same as last time. It's been cleared across the face of goal. Rule number 1, never across the face of goal. Let alone from corners and clearing headers like that. They've survived, but it's a question of how long will they survive for. Marinel Juan. Jenna Howe, the right winger, doing defensive work. Handball called, free kick given. Quakers might just want to slow things down here and just take some time to breathe and get on the ball. It's just been launched long with a bit of a hit and hope. Marion Schroeder's one that you can rest all your laurels on though. And she's come away with that ball for a corner. Just like that, in the space of 3 passes, Quakers have found themselves up with a corner. So can they respond straight away? It's Olivia Todorovic to take. An in-swinger into the wind as well. It's going to be difficult. Good delivery towards the back stick and no one there. Chance missed. So if you have just joined us, the two teams separated by a fantastic solo finish from Emma Stewart, the number 10. They tried to find her in behind there, playing off to the left this time. Erica Laverty closing down Corkery. Dangerous touch there by Ella Wilson. She's gone back to the person who gave it to her initially. In the end, Trotnar will pick it up before it finds touch. Only as far as Sanj Sharma though. The youngest player on the pitch right now alongside Gemma Howe, but the youngest for Norwest certainly. Field pass has missed Ellison. Emerson now still putting the pressure on it, somehow evaded her. I think it went through her legs actually. Here is Hollywood Russell. Crossfield switch, that's a good idea. I really am a fan of the idea. In the end, it's the keeper who's been kicked and she's found the side netting, Marion Schroeder. Got to be a little bit braver there, Monique. Next time you won't have the heart and mouth moment. Sent long, back in play straight away. Norwest not ones to waste time just yet. Maddie Russell picks it up. Not ahead of Emma Stewart though, in behind now for Beth Gollan. Ellie Wilson, she'll get there first and she will. It is a significant boot, isn't it? Of sumptuous power. Emerson Williams putting pressure on Caitlin Hullen, who finds touch. Hully, forgive me. Quakers slowly working their way back into this one. They picked up their territory and possession statistics in recent minutes. Another good ball in. They are not too shabby at crosses, are they, this side? Certainly something they practice rather quite a lot. Picked up here by Russell. Hollywood goes back to Maddie Ellison. And another cross has come in. It shouldn't be allowed to bounce, but it's been dealt with well so far. A couple of touches off the left knee there and cleared comprehensively. Emerson Williams is going to come off. Maddie Russell's going to go to striker. And then regular fullback Emma Hemsworth in the 6 jersey is going to come on and is involved straight away in play. And Grace Gollan's taken it off her. And now she'll have a throw ball, Emma. And Hemsworth with those identifiable red boots goes long. Finds Russell, who's now gone from left wing to striker. Todorovic won't get there ahead of, I believe, Laverty. Wide it goes to Emma Stewart. Snuffed out really well by Maddie Ellison. That ball was probably out. On we go, though. Nope, it has been finally called out. Hully goes long. Grace Golan gets her right foot behind the ball, then flicks it over her head. Todorovic involved. She's been battered into, but got past Juan and Golan real well. That's a good ball in behind too. That's the experience at the top level showing through right there. In it comes from the left boot of Russell, and the wind's not enough to stop Monique Johnson from getting there first. She's had a really good game so far. And then sent it long. Been allowed to bounce once, and now they're running in behind, but Leah Outscorn's done well. Maddie Ellison, forgive me. Picked it up and then it's been snuffed out. Leah Outscorn's been battered off the ball, but she did get it away before she did. Caitlin Hully will take the throw in again. What's that, 10 to 15 now she's taken? Really well done by Beth Golan. Bit of fan of her work rate so far and her dribbling skills too. Now inside the box, it's a square pass that's been cleared by Corkery. Very competent fullback is Abby Corkery. I can only think of one moment across the last 3 games that I've watched where she's been beaten to the ball. For all of her good offensive work, Beth Golan has been urged to drop back in by her coach Trent Kiner. Cleared by Trotner. She has great connection with the ball. She'll be involved here again. Unlikely to lose the physical battle as well. Cumbo takes it off Juan, I do believe, and then stabs it into her leading goal scorer in the team, who tries an inverted pass and really well snuffed out there by Caitlin Hully. Sent forward by Easton Berry. That pass didn't quite have the right connection behind it. Outscore and launched it forward. Bit of ping pong and back and forth here. Ended up with the keeper of Norwest. Underarm strong to Sanch Sharma. It's been taken off the young left back though. Kiner was beaten to it. It was been put in, and another save for Johnson. He's getting very used to this by now. Outscore and lets it bounce. She's been beaten to it there, and this could be spelling out danger. If Norwest can get to this ball first, it'll be their throw-in. Do they want to play this quickly? It will be the striker who'll try and take it. And Miss Stewart, who just found her 5th goal of the season in this game already. It's a turn on the dime for the left-footed Laverty, and she was blocked off before the shot got any ferocity behind it. Golan sends it back to Easton Berry. Hully beaten to it by Hemsworth, the early sub of the day so far. That pass too much to the right of Golan there. Grace, that is. Hemsworth in a physical contest here with the right back of Norwest in Hully. It's been good to watch so far. And the shake of the hands verbally afterwards was good to see. Laverty dropping in deep. Erica just sends it to her left back to slow things down. And she's nutmegged her oppressor stupendously well there. Laverty couldn't keep it quite under control, but if it's going to hold up, it might work out for them. Trotner has to get involved, and she's launched into the car park. Calls for a new ball to come in. Have we still got some? Yes, we do. Throwing again straight away into the box as well. Back here for the left back who'll strike.
Nice, MJ.
In fact, it wasn't the left back, it was MJ. Mariano Juan. Another monster boot out. It's been allowed to bounce by Maddie Russell, and now Kiner in a full race with Schroeder, and it's the goalkeeper who gets there first. She's been taken out, and play will be stopped instantly. Not for the injury concerns, but rather for the free kick, actually. Monique Johnson, very brave. So there'll be a significant stoppage in play upcoming now. So if you didn't join us for the early parts of the pre-match conversation, Norwest come into this game with 3 wins from their last 4. That only non-3-point Hull was the most recent game up against Holroyd in, of course, the match of the round, where they went down 3-1. Don't listen to the live stream. It wasn't 3-2, 3-1 indeed it was. Erica Laverty scoring the only goal there, but still a good performance. And by the way, just while we're on topic, Nick Johnson back to her feet and looking ready to go. So we're over halfway through this first half, which I guess you could call a quarter of the way through the game. And it is Norwest in front. And it could have been more, but it also could have been tied at this point too. Quaker has been taken out of position as Jenna Howe has to drop back in. It's picked up here by Laverty. She was beaten to it by Outscorn. And now Sanch Sharma in that number 5 jersey will play it to her experienced centre-back, who's played alongside of some names you might have heard. Chloe Lagazzo, Katrina Gorey, Elise Perry as well is also a real big name in the cricket world, you will know. Seriously experienced player and crucial to the back line. Also got 2 assists to her name. Hemsworth, touch off the shin, has sent it away from her though. Free kick called up in favour of Hully and Norwest.
Gracie, listen, come this way. Come this way. Wider.
Maddie Kiner,
Just play Katie. Play early, guys.
formerly of Winston Hills, by the way. Obviously not of Winston Hills Women's Premier League side because that didn't exist until this year. The former Bears player. In behind Todorovic, that's quality once again. Emma Hemsworth, who's got the freshest legs on the pitch. Can she deliver off the left boot?
Drive in, Emma, drive in.
Good defensive work by Grace Gollan, the winger, who's dropping back, and I'm sure her coach will be really happy with that and the free kick she's managed to win. Played short. Triangle's being made on this near side, although that's a wayward pass. Todorovic, stronger than Grace Gollan, but Gracie will end up getting the ball and having the last laugh. Picked up by Maddie Ellison. Marinelle Juan's beaten to it by Jamie Cumbo, who will try to use the win to her advantage and launch it towards goal, but wayward, never really a threat. The Quakers very much working into the game. I would say it's been a very even last 10 minutes or so. Back and forth chances are plenty at either side. Probably the longest delay between kicks we've had in the game so far, which shows how fast-paced it has been. Corkery won't beat Laverty to it. Not many will. Maddie Ellison beaten to it there by Beth Gollan. Still Beth Gollan. Corkery did well, even in the central position. Todorovic, loose touch. Hemsworth lets it run. Hemsworth urging for some options to drop in. She's come away with that one. So they make 10 yards or so. Now Maddie Ellison will take this one. Who's been good with her starting opportunity tonight. It's usually an impact sub. She's had a good game. Hemsworth here. Also has to be a foul throw by the coach of Norwest. Waved away. Ball was certainly out. Throw in Ellison. Todorovic, she's had a good game. Simple pass forward. Hollywood Russell tries to fight Gemma Howe.
Come on, Jen.
And to the two 16-year-olds, a combined age of 32 there in the match of the round competing for the ball. Infield pass to MJ. Couldn't complete the triangle there. And it's been given away. Schroeder sends it wide. Howe's touch initially was loose. And that was really good work in the end by Katarina Eastonberry.
Gracie, leave that for Katie.
Corkery with the throw towards Todorovic. Touch off the left part of the left leg, which he wasn't aware of, but it's been made do with. Hemsworth. Hully won't get there ahead of Hollywood Russell. Picked up by Maddie Ellison. Two Maddies on the left combining here. Emma Hemsworth. Cumbo. She's continued her inverted run. She slipped at the pivotal moment, though, although she's kept going. One of those players who never gives up on the chance. Free kick against Quakers. Norwest will feel alleviated by that.
Come down this way, Em. Come on, quick.
Sent right back into danger. Todorovic picks it up, beaten to it by Beth Golan, though, who then puts it in behind. There is Emma Stewart, still the sole goal scorer of this game. And now she puts it in again. Good ball across the face of goal. Lafferty steered it towards only Ella Wilson and not either one of the corners. And if it had that power and been directed somewhere else, it might very well have gone in. Flicked on by Schroeder. Just to the keeper.
Just kick it out if we have to, huh?
Another monster kick.
Let it go, Em. Let it go, Em. Let it go.
I think it's going to be let to go out.
That's our ball. Come on. Ref will make a change.
So Emerson Williams will come back on. Reminder, the match winner last week against Marion. Scorer of the third goal.
Go back in the way we were, Emerson, so you'll go up top again, okay?
Maddie Ellison, another throw in for her. And Maddie Russell. Again, the combination of two Maddies. Maddie squared. One there by Kiner. Howe up against Sharma. And cleared. Here is Ruth Marskin. The line to Laverty in behind now. Should be a foot race run by the goalkeeper. It will be. Picked up well. Straight back into the action. Emerson Williams. Sent mine to Jenna Howe. You can expect her to play the full 90 minutes today. A reminder, of course, if you are joining us for the first time ever in the history of these Match of the Round streams, it is interchange, not substitution. Outscored should pick it up. And then now in behind for Beth Golan. She's got time and space to work with. Can she beat her oppressor? She can. She puts it in low and flat, but in the end it didn't even really trouble the goalkeeper. Double subs being made here for Norwest for the first time today. It's going to be a welcome to the pitch for Chloe Yan and as well Jasmine Finardri. So Chloe Yan not in the 20 jersey, by the way, which you might have initially seen her in. She's in the number 4, and Jasmine in the 12. Brewing and down the left-hand side once again. And it will be an easy claim for the keeper, uncontested as well. But they are finding space down the flanks, and it's hurting Quakers. It's not like this is a significantly bigger or wider pitch, to be specific. It's just where they're finding success right now. Well done by Emerson Williams to put it in behind. Howe in a foot race once again with Sharma. And she got the initial touch on the ball. Sharma picked up the second one, though, and then a massive coming together. The ball has stayed in, though, as it's hit the corner flag before going out, and now finally a corner. And Quakers are rewarded for their efforts with a set piece from the corner flag. Jamie Cumbo to take. Very often the assist provider or the secondary assist provider for this great club. It's been missed initially. Todorovic steers it towards goal and then cleared before it came to the keeper. Erica Laverty could launch a counter-attack here. They've got numbers forward and now Outscorn in a foot race with Emma Stewart. Outscorn will do the right thing initially, then she's been beaten to it and then has been barreled to the floor. Still Stewart, she's passed at Corkery as well and then puts it in towards the front post. Oh, that's only the second time I've seen Corkery beat, but Leah Outscorn should never be beaten in that situation there. Good touch there by Hollywood Russell. And now their own opportunity to make a counter-attack. In behind, perhaps for Emerson Williams, it will be now up against Kiner. And Kiner's read it really well. Should bounce once before being claimed by the keeper. And it will be. Well done, Monique. Again, launched long through the middle. Levity beaten to it by Corkery. Then past Chloe Yan. Jenna Howe might strike from distance here. It's looping, it's in! It's an unbelievable goal to level things for Quakers, the home side, and their fans go mad. Tied at 1, the comeback queens once again doing it. And Jenna Howe, for the match of the round assist she has to remember. An unexplainably brilliant goal to go with it now as well. And Jenna Howe has such an incredible story with this side. She was just a 16s player last year, was urged to come up and play one game, has stuck to it since, and now she's scoring a match of the rounds to level things. A huge goal in the context of this season for both clubs. And we're tied at 1. Kiner picks it up, sends it wide. How can Norwest respond to going behind? They've had a plethora of chances to double their advantage, and they just haven't. And if you don't take your chances, so commonly we're seeing this year in the WPL, you will be punished. Trotner with a little toe punt. Picked up by Beth Gollan. Sharma gets there ahead of Schroeder. And then in behind once again, but picked up easily by Monique Johnson. And she might have felt hard done by with some of the shots she had to deal with last week. That one, though, no goalkeeper in the world is saving that. Up the line by Ruth Marscombe. Lavity was there. Corkery and Outscorn did better, though. So, corner. And we've seen how close they've come in the last couple of attempts. It'll this time be an outswinger from Erica Lavity, which will be swinging further away from goal due to the wind. How will they go about this one? Sort of towards the front post. There's a player that's gone down for Quakers. It's picked up here by Emma Stewart. Striker to striker in the end. Beaten Hollywood Russell. Now onto her left peg. We'll send it towards the back stick. And too high for the Golden Boot winner so far. Nice bit of second phase play there, making the most of a bad situation. And too long left to go in this first half either. Reminder, if you are just listening, by the way, we've just tuned in. 1-1 goals from Emma Stewart for Norwest, and then a stunner by Jenna Howe just a couple of minutes ago. Cumbo, beaten to it by Finardri. Poor touch by her high standards, Emma Stewart. They might not have the goal scoring rapport of her strike partner, Erica Lavity, but her ability to drop in a little bit deeper and facilitate play is something that's just as valuable, I've noticed, to this Norwest side. And she deserves her plaudits today for that. Finardri beaten to it by Leah Outscorn. Is that a corner or a throw-in? I wasn't 100% sure there. Norwest now a little bit slower to take their set pieces and opportunities from dead balls. They are aware that this game now getting into the stage where players might need to make a sub or two. Lavity only really had the one opportunity today. Very rare that she will miss a second if she gets that chance. Finardri puts it in off the bench. Leah Outscorn was there, left-footed touch, and then cleared. Maddie Ellison in the back there of the right back, Caitlin Hulley. It's funny what happens when you sit down below the technical areas. You can hear some wonderful banter from both sidelines. Apologies for any fruity language you might have heard, or French. Yan goes back to Kiner. This will be hard to keep in. Can Finardri do so? Lavity, that was last touch off her.
Chloe, you gotta play back. It's gotta be on the ground. You gotta play back. It's gotta be on the ground.
Here come Quakers. Can they break out of their own half right now? That'll certainly help them. With the sun in her eyes, she wins off the top of her forehead. Chloe Yan there. Beats Cumbo to it. Now here comes Beth Golan, a player of the match contender. Pinadri gives it away. Zadorovic, central pass to her fellow experienced midfielder. And Cumbo. Russell here now. Locking horns with Erica Laverty. Can't find the ball. And then it's hit her in the face. There it is. And then free kick. Sophia Trotner trying to play this very quickly. Kiner couldn't find the ball, lost it in the sun as well. Sound like a broken record at this point. Beaten away by Easton Berry. Howe puts a little bit in on her oppressor. Referee urged to not give those away and say shoulder to shoulder. No, certainly was tripped. Sent long again. Stewart now off to the left-hand side, only has outscored to beat. Leah's done well. Leah so commonly finds herself on the ground after coming together like that. The good thing is she gets the ball before she gets met by the grass. This is the moment for Norwest. It's a good throw in. Touch off the head wasn't enough to clear the ball. It's in a dangerous area. Hollywood Russell is being closed down by Finadri. It's just been sent long. Anywhere will do at the moment as we get closer and closer to half time. Kiner being pressed. She's done really well. Russell here. Whose ball? Important call, Norwest's. Caitlin Hulley. Long throw again. There is Beth Golan. Well done by Erica Laverty, who is left-footed, don't you forget it. Takes out outscoring in the process. Completely legal. Emma Stewart, poor from her. Will be picked up here by Ruth Marscombe. There is Yan in the 4. And she finds touch. But after a slight touch from Quakers, who will now go to their bench again. Hollywood Russell will come off. Emma Hemsworth comes back on. Number 7 for number 6. Should probably see out the end of this first half now. That's an illegal throw in there by Sharma. That's a moment you won't want to watch back too many times. Quakers trying to play quickly. Marion Schroeder, who struggled to get into the game, is now being forced to drop in deep to just get on the ball. Some strikers will love, some strikers will hate that responsibility. She's one who doesn't mind. Ellison sends it long. Cumbo involved there. Emerson Williams with an outside of the right booted pass to Jenna Howe, Quakers' sole goal scorer in this game. Another shoulder to shoulder there with Sant Sharma. She's come out on top. And there will be a corner as Quakers continue to build into this game with every passing moment. Just around 3 minutes left to go with any unadded time to be to that at the discretion of the referee. Perhaps even less, as per the indication from the referee assistant standing in front of me. Sent back in, cleared by Laverty, I do believe, and launched towards goal again, is always going wide. So just seconds left in this first half, and perhaps the last chance of the game before we go to the break has gone and passed us on by. What a fun game it's been so far. Sent long again. And that will do it. That will be the last interaction of the first half. A half that you can define really by the first quarter and the second quarter of the entire game. The first half of this first half, it was really all Norwest, and it was capped off by an Emma Stewart brilliant finish until she was played in behind. All it took was her to find the bottom corner, and she separated the two sides. But then Quakers worked back into the game as they do so often, particularly at this home venue. And then it was, of course, Jenna Howe, at just 16 years old, with a strike on camera for her to remember for a long, long time, I think. It was a fantastic finish. And I'm sure the celebrations matched the energy she was feeling. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in about 15 minutes when the second half does kick back off. But right now, Quakers and Norwest tied at 1. Welcome back to all the WPL viewers who are watching from any point around the world. I can tell you exactly what's happened in that first half. I'll recap what I said about 15 minutes ago. So, first quarter of the game dominated by Norwest, who are killing Quakers in the counter-attack. They used their football intelligence to adjust to that problem, stopped the play from going down the wing so much, built themselves back into the game, and then found a wicked equaliser from right out of the top draw from Gemma Howe. As the referees re-enter the field of play, the two sides will swap sides. Quakers will now be running left to right as the sun goes down behind the trees to our right. Norwest running from right to left. The Golden Boot race has not heated up today because the two Golden Boot players have not scored either of the two goals here today. Now, what I can tell you from hearing from Norwest's team talk down to my left in that halftime break was basically that they need to stop the ball bouncing when the goalkeeper kicks it out of her hands. Let me specify that a little bit. When Ella Wilson gets the ball for Quakers and then sends it halfway up the world, they want that ball to stop bouncing because it's causing them so many problems, and they are commonly losing the foot race, which actually kind of led to their goal that they conceded. So that's the message from Trent Kiner from halftime. Quakers, though, they went into their change rooms. I'm not aware of what was said. I can imagine it was probably something similar because that's bothered them as well at times. Second half about to kick off. Away we go. Almost straight away given away from Quakers, but they've worked themselves back into possession. Howell goes back to her right back, Abby Corkery, in this 8 jersey. Sends it back up the line, intercepted there by Sanch Sharma. Trotner sends it forward. Who's always the first centre back to pull out of the two of her and Leah to facilitate play. Leah now being relied upon on her own to clean up, and clean up she does. Ruth Marscombe here. Now playing in front of us on this near side so we can see more of what she has to offer rather than looking over the other side of the pitch. Corkery up against Laverty. And she's done well as the 8 of Quakers.
Let's go, come on.
Ruth Marscombe complaining that she's already starting to cramp up at the start of this second half. A long time left to go. Magnesium before the game is what helps out, by the way. Pickle juice once it's already happened. Well, here she is now. Perfectly accurate pass to Laverty, who's now put it in behind towards Emma Stewart. Let's see if they've learnt their lesson from the bouncing ball out of the keeper's hands. Who have to work into the wind this time as well. Chloe Yan gets the first touch. Lost a shin pad in the process, I do believe, as well. This is Caitlin Hulley. Norwest's throw. Right now, really, a draw does nothing for either side if they want to make their way towards the top 4. Obviously, a point is better than 0, but 3 is really what both sides will need. Put in behind by Stewart. That's a good ball. Laverty is offside, and not that she knows it yet. It was pulled wide anyway with her wicker right boot. Offside just a little bit outside of the 18-yard area, right on the sort of defensive third line for Quakers. The field almost now entirely shadowed with the sun behind the trees, and you can see how much more difficult it is to kick into the wind. Even Ella Wilson struggling with it. Into touch, Quakers ball. It's the first time they've really been able to get forward. Ruth Marscombe is really struggling with the cramps so far. She hasn't been able to adjust yet. Chloe Yan will come to the wing. Marinelle Juan will re-enter the field of play in that 21 jersey. Hulley. Strong work defensively up against Marion Schroeder. Whose ball, important call here. Quakers will maintain their territory. Dropped about 5 degrees since the halftime break began. Kiner with a chest control there to Dorovic. Yan sends it, or Marinelle Juan sends it wide to Chloe Yan. Sharma, a very youthful left flank now, sent in by Jenna Howell. It's a good ball towards the front post. And now the hatless Monique Johnson with her first claim of the second half. She has the win to back her up now. One bounce before the halfway line. Leah outscored, pretty composed, and she's a little lucky to come away with that after Stewart missed it. Now she will persevere on forward. And space to work with too. Not really left foot dominant, and she sort of sends it into the middle. Picked up here by Easton Berry. Good work to Dorovich. That ball's going to hang up and stay in. Now she's streaming on forward. Can she deliver? Schroeder is there. Easton Berry was there first though. Really composed work, great positioning there. Here is Beth Gollan.
Come on, just a bit deep, Max. Good outside.
Quakers are looking like they are more than matching Norwest now. They are working into the game still. They're keeping on their momentum, although right on cue now. It's almost a 3v1. Emma Stewart, can she turn provider and have an assist? Now it's a good ball, and Yan has got it all wrong at the critical moment. That's very unfortunate for her. Not a left-footed player, and it's gone high and over the bar with a significant chance missed. And had it have gone to Erica Laverty's left foot, you'd imagine perhaps a different outcome. You can hear Trent kind of just down a couple of meters away from me saying that if that was Ruth Markham, I should say, who was there instead, a player who's used to finishes like that, Norwest would have their lead back. Chances, it's a game of few chances, this wonderful sport that we call football. If you don't take them, you might just see what happens. Quakers alleviated by a big miss. Emerson Williams up against Sant Sharma. Used to play for Prospect United, did the left back. From Blacktown to Hills, what a shame. Sent wide. Now in behind, it's a good ball, Wilson. Brave work. Another chance missed though. Again, been allowed to bounce. Schroeder, I do believe. Well done there by Sant Sharma. Although now she's out of position, and look who's making amends. Katarina Easton Berry. That's really great work by the experienced centre back. Quakers ball. First touch of the game for Mario Cumbo. It was a good one too. Sent right back where it came from by Easton Berry. Who's, I might remind, as I said in the intro, is returning from 8 years away from the sport. Having become a mother, started a family in that time. Retired from the highly competitive NPL world. Back enjoying her football, which is, sometimes people forget, the most important part about playing any sport at any level is the enjoyment factor. Quakers throw. Sending it long. Into the path of Laverty there. There's a chance here. If Beth Gollan can stay onside, Emma Stewart's going to have to do the work holding up by herself. Outscored, just clears the lines. Won by Easton Berry. Not the first time we've said that today. Howe with Sharma in her back. The left back of Norwest has done so very well there. Corkery, another fullback stepping up. Easton Berry sends it forward. It's past Trotner. Ended up being a really good header back to her goalkeeper. Not sure if she knew everything about that, but she's done quite well. Again allowed to bounce. Emerson Williams, being told by Easton Berry. Sound like a broken record at this point. And then Yan ran out of space. Big fan of the Norwest outfit, by the way, the kit. I think it's brilliant. So long again. It's over Howe and Sharma. Jamie Cumbo now. Two opposite numbers than the 18s coming together there. Abby Corkery. Throw in Quakers. Ball should have been left. It would have been Norwest's. Corkery again. 100,000th throw-in of the day. Just sent out by Caitlin Hulley, who had come from right back almost into a left back position to deal with that. Every 5 minutes or so, I think it drops a degree here or so. It is really cooling down as that ball's put back in to hotten things up a little bit in Hemsworth. Her first touch of the second half, I do believe. And it was easily saved by Monique Johnson. Sent long again, she's got the wind to help her. It's just had a flash in behind. And now Emma Stewart looking for a brace. Leah outscoring there as well. She's been nutmegged. Stewart has it back to put them back in front. And the finish poorly under hit, unfortunately. Just trying to clear their lines again. Picked up by Marinelle Juan, back off the bench in recent minutes. Finadri censored it, but only as far as Trotner, who clips it. Looking a little fatigued there in that moment, Bethany Gollan, who is a personal trainer out in Greystanes and studying at the Clean Health Fitness Institute to better her knowledge in the sector. They're all about athletic performance. And now in behind, Laverty, and left-footed two off the crossbar. My word, how close can you get? Norwest are threatening again. This is how they started the first half as well. And the Quakers crossbar comes to Quakers' rescue. She took it so early. She had probably a couple of touches to just close it down. And a big coming together there. Hopefully everyone's okay. I think it was a bit of a twist to the knee there. It certainly sold the foul to the ref. Only a two-strong bench, so no room really for injury. She's back up to her feet, which is good. They've only got to face Castle Hill, who are currently in second place next week, so they want to do it with as many women in the squad list as they can. Back at Francesco Reserve, though, that'll be good for them. And finally for them, not a match of the round as well, where they have pressure to perform just that little bit higher. So, after all the commotion, a free kick now. I think that's Laverty standing over it again. It's been clipped in. Ella Wilson comes and spills! And it's found its way in. I think Laverty will claim it. Goal number 17 of the year for the Golden Boot race winner so far. But a moment at the back for Ella Wilson to learn from, certainly, a young keeper. Might be claimed by Chloe Yan, who certainly has been reprimanded for the miss about 10 minutes ago. The Quakers go behind once again in this game. They've got the responding to do now. Can they prove to be comeback queens again? At a moment where they'll look back and think perhaps the top four slipped out of our hands, figuratively and literally in that moment. It's a harsh wake-up call, but one that every young keeper goes through, and she'll respond and recover. The one club girl, 6 years at this club already. Ella Wilson, she'll have the maturity to overcome that. And hopefully she can find the bravery to get through this game and still keep her composure. And Norwest back in the lead, and it's a lead that would be deserved. The crossbar came to their aid. A couple of good saves as well from Quakers' perspective have kept them in the game. But in this second half, a bit of the hairdryer treatment has helped them out and thoroughly deserved. Emma Stewart, now Laverty again off the right boot this time. How close can you get? Well, the answer last time I asked that was when it came off the crossbar. That seemed to just shade the bottom of the post. Grace Gollan's going to come back on. Formerly of Wentworthville Uniting FC, much like her sister as well. Both of them in their first year at the club. It's going to be Caitlin Hulley who comes off, being played all the minutes so far at right back. physically demanding position. So Grace will drop in from right winger when she first started to right back now. Try and help see out this game. Sent long by Ella Wilson. Picked up here by Marion Schroeder. Look at how deep she's dropping to facilitate. Howe just sort of stabs it in behind. Anywhere will do. Emerson Williams. Quakers haven't been down this end of the pitch in what feels like so long. Yan, maybe perhaps the most recent goal scorer. Depends on who got the last touch. Stewart there too. Outscore and strong defensive work. Corkery trying to close her down towards goal off the crossbar again. Tally 2. So close.
Ref will make a change. Emma, have a rest.
So Hollywood Russell's going to come back on. Emma Hemsworth will make way again. Still working her way back to full fitness. One initially by Beth Gollan. Straight away into the action in behind. Marion Schroeder. Marion Schroeder looking for number 14 of the season. Cuts back. Easy to read though. Really well dealt with by Eastonbury. Chance missed. One of their only ones of the half really. Cumbo finds touch.
Back earlier.
Seems like their only outlet at the moment is to just launch it forward to their Golden Boot contender. Former Winchester Bridgette's girl of over a decade.
Come on, guys. Throw the white shirt. Let's start getting organised. Get in front of it, Quakers!
Oh, what a wonderful little flick up there by Eastonbury. If no one else saw that, I did. So when you watch this back, kudos to you. Russell, who's playing central since coming back on. Maddie Ellison up the line towards Emerson Williams. Easy to get your tongue tied there. Kiner only finds Howe, not in the same jersey. Twisting and turning and in behind. Will it go to Schroeder? No, Eastonbury's probably got the better of her again. No. Schroeder now sends it back to Howe. Quakers goal scorer in this match. Not quick enough to react to the three around her. Here is Yan. Corkery there. Chloe Yan throws it to a white shirt. Now Howe launches it forward. One there by Maddie Kiner.
Stay connected.
Cumbo wide to Maddie Ellison. Couple to aim for in the box. Marion Schroeder not there right now. She was just grabbing a drink. They're on the attack without their Golden Boot spearhead. She could have been right there. Just a goal kick or a corner? There will be a corner. Hollywood Russell will take. Got 4 assists to her name this year, along with 2 goals. It's a goal or assist every other game on average. In swinger to come in towards Todorovic, who heads it upwards. Emerson Williams was there too. Howe looking for a second. And then Schroeder swung something at it. Swing and a miss. And then Cumbo's will be awkward for the keeper, and she's done very well.
Out Norwest!
That'll fall really nicely to the most recent goal scorer, Erica Laverty. Combining here with her strike partner, Stewart, so well. Being urged to go in behind. The chance has been lost. Quakers got back in numbers. Trotner, Corkery now. A little directionless. Sant Sharma. That's a dangerous ball from an inexperienced player. They've come away with it though. And now, in behind Laverty. Corkery trying to track back. Erica Laverty again. Laverty! A rare miss. And that should have been a 3rd match of the round goal in as many games. Seems inconceivable that a player of her quality would miss that. But she has. And the game hangs in the balance. Ella Wilson, her goal kick. Picked up by Marinelle Huan. Chloe Yan now. Sends it in behind to Laverty. Will she keep that in? She's got a bone to pick now for the rest of the game to find a second goal.
Come on, Norwest! All right, let's go, Quakers! Let's go, Quakers!
But a minute's passed on by. Good technique on that from Wilson. Picked out by Laverty. Throw in. Norwest. If they do find that third goal, you'd imagine the game would be next to over. Laverty here, who should have had a second. Todorovic. Good turn. An inverted run now. She's got space still to work with. Feeds it in behind again. She's done that so many times. Hollywood Russell's had a bit of a rest. She has fresh legs and it's slapped away by the keeper. And Quakers with a Norwest-esque crisp counter-attack there. Cheers. So we saw them come close a couple of minutes ago. Russell to deliver another in-swinger. Similar sort of direction. Todorovic was there. It was flicked on off the face of someone's forehand. And a penalty's been called up. Norwest with a handball. And Quakers with another opportunity to come back in the game. And it looks like it's Jamie Cumbo who will take it. The captain wants to step up. She's grabbed it straight away. And now Monique Johnson has a chance to make herself a hero in net, perhaps. Jamie Cumbo wants her first ever match of the round goal. She's got 2 this year in other fixtures. Of course, her dad, the coach, watching along. Both players have been informed of the rules from the spot. 11 yards and a couple of steps to make yourself known in the match of the round in front of a huge audience and level things here, most importantly. The longer the time goes on, the more the nerves creep into the boots. Jamie Cumbo, the 24-year-old with 18 years in Quakers colours, goes to the bottom left-hand corner, levels things here. And Norwest have given up their lead again. Mrs. Quakers steps up from the spots. That is a captain's contribution, if ever I've seen one. Took the pressure off her teammates straight away and said, this is the moment where I'll bring us back in. And a couple of counter-attacks is what's brought this along. And just that little bit of momentum. And what happens when you don't take your chances, I've said it a couple of times in this game, they will come back to bite you. Sharp bite. Ouch. Yan, centered ball to Juan. There is Beth Golan, who's gone down after passing that ball there. Hollywood Russell, who helped win that penalty, sends it wide. It came off of the forehead of Todorovic, I do believe.
Ref will make a change, referee. Emerson, have a rest.
Emerson Williams is going to depart. Emma Hemsworth is going to re-enter the field of play for the third time.
No, it'll be Maddie Russell.
Maddie Russell's going to go up to striker. Once she's done doing her defensive work. Time running out for both sides to find a winner. But chances being made at either end would suggest that there's perhaps one more goal in this game. Struck towards goal. Should be saved by Wilson. One-handed, as cool as you like. Talk about not letting a mistake get to you. Schroeder strong up against Sharma there. MJ beaten to it by Maddie Russell. Russell wins it again. Off the neck and chest there of Easton Berry. Puts it in behind. What a ball it was. Emma Stewart up against Outscorn. She could square it to Laverty as well. Needs to be careful. It's struck towards goal. A save. And surely the simplest of follow-ups. And they've hit back straight away. Although the referee's gone to the sideline straight away. What's happening here? Can they celebrate or can they not? With bated breath, we wait. Norwest could very well jump into the top 4 if that goal is given. And the worst thing for Quakers to do once they're taking the lead is to just sit back. Goal! Celebrations can continue and ramp up even. It's Erica Laverty with a brace in the match of the round. 3 goals in 3 match of the round games. 17 and now 18 for the season. The Golden Boot winner, perhaps elect. A huge goal for Norwest. Cumbo gives it away. Chloe Yan, who's really warmed into the game as time's gone on with an extended stint in the middle. Marinelle Juan. Howe there too. Juan will pick it back up. And promised us good things this year when we spoke to her on Media Day, which was at Bella Vista Public School, as you know. Hemsworth, her first involvement since being introduced back onto the pitch. Finadri put it in behind. It's going to work out once again. Outscorn can talk with her keeper there, and it will go out for a corner. And if Norwest find a 4th, then surely this one is over. They haven't taken a 2-goal advantage yet in this game. That all came from the good over-the-top through ball by Jasmine Finadri. Erica Laverty wants to turn provider and notch up an assist, perhaps. She's been good from the set piece. That's sort of stabbed in towards the front post. Stewart was there, cleared by Trotner. Back towards the Golden Boot leader, though. Laverty again, great block there by Hemsworth. Corner again. $20 minutes still to go. Just a tiny bit under if you want to be exact. Laverty with an in-swinger into the wind now too. That's another good ball. Hemsworth wins that one. Russell there. Stewart couldn't quite beat her to it. Norwest will keep possession though. And Russell puts it out for a Norwest throw. Yan will take. Throw-in only finds Corkery. Throw-in's not the strong point of Norwest, to be honest. They'll improve once they watch this back. Yan again. Golan. Eastonberry. Left footed pass back in. Trotner stuck something out and got something on it. Great stuff, Golan. Been really impressed with what I've seen. And then back towards her again. She's continued on her run. Outscorn saves the day. Corner will be again. No rush to take this Norwest whatsoever. Not being urged to hurry up either. So they're taking their dear sweet time. Quakers don't want to game management skills coming into play. That's a very good ball in too. Taking a couple of deflections and struck towards goal again and leathered away. Eastonberry. We'll see it go out for just a goal kick. And Quakers are finally let off the hook. Katarina Eastonberry saying that she was in fact trying to go for goal there. It's ended up going a little bit wide. Perhaps next time. Still looking for her first of the season. It's been a day for firsts when it comes to the goal scoring today. Jenna Howell's first of the season. Erica Laverty's first brace, I guess you could say, in the match of the round, that is. Well, she's been tested there, and what a ball it is. Jenna Howell, a brace perhaps. Howell over. Hand in hands moment. Oh, so close. Season's decided on moments like that. She couldn't keep her composure. Maybe perhaps she had too much time, the 16-year-old. Cumbo beaten to it too easily there by Laverty. It's a right-footed pass in behind. The technique was good. Oh, I've been referring to her right foot as weak foot at sometimes. I don't think there is a weak foot. I just think there is a stronger foot, to be a bit colloquial. Stewart in behind. Laverty would have been onside, but Ella Wilson was always going to get there first. Then sends it long in a hurry. Hollywood Russell. Cumbo comes away with it. Can she drag her team back in front again? Todorovic's passes in behind have been really helpful in this game for Quakers in advancing up the field. Chloe Yans hit the deck hard. Hopefully she's okay. She's back up. Sharma comes wide. Laverty up against Corkery here. She's got the better of the fullback. Can she deliver though? Towards the front post. Easy claim. And Ella Wilson keeps it in. Just around 15 minutes left to go. Time for either side to find another goal. We've seen the winner at the moment. Can there be another responder to it? Grace Gollan. A little bit of a missed kick there, but Norwest will come away with it. Finadri picks it up. Handball called. Handball given. Erica Laverty being spoken to by Taylor Redden, the referee, just being told to not be so critical. That's all right. Hemsworth, not to anyone, unfortunately. Maddie Ellison will leave it for her keeper. Great touch. Really nice touch, Schroeder. Gollan beaten to it. That's a rarity. Can she keep this in? Can she keep this in? No, she can't. Just over 10 minutes left to go for either side to perhaps either seal the game or level it once again. Gemma Howe, she had the best chance since the most recent goal. Set long by Eastonberry. Emma Stewart wants to be more involved, I'm sure, in these last couple of minutes. Beaten to her by Trotner, who's had a really good game at centre-back. Marinelle Juan has hit the deck, urges to be given for a free kick, and wins it. Maddie Russell with a little kick out there. It might just be punished for that. Hasn't been any formal cautions in this game just yet. Maybe I'm the only one that had that view. And on we go.
Guys, available. Don't go towards their players.
Sent long. Outscored should win. She does. The cleanest of connections, and Laverty was threatening. Put it toward goal. Easy for Wilson. Quakers supporters trying to G up their team just a little bit. Trying to help filter some energy into the boots. Eastonberry, as ever, composed. Corkery now with a touch. And it'll go out. You can hear the amount of trust that Norwest has in their coach. It's a mix of banterous playfulness and seriousness. And look, straight away, Erica Laverty now maybe to seal it. It's found its way in. It's the 4th goal. It's a hat trick for her. And Norwest should be leaving Quakers Hill Park now with all 3 points. And perhaps if results go their way, a spot in the top 4 for the first time since the opening round of the season. Erica Laverty, unstoppable. An away day hat trick. If she could take the match ball, she would, I'm sure. And she has had an unstoppable second half. We were tied at 1 going into the break. Norwest have scored 3. And guess who they've all come from? Number 19 notched up. 19 in 10 minutes less than 12 games. And now Emma Stewart, she wants a brace. Ella Wilson's out of position. Can they truly seal the deal? That's a stunning goal. 5 for the strike duo. 3 for Erica. 2 for Emma, but the pick of the day perhaps that one. And the game in the space of 2 minutes is now officially over. A 3-goal deficit is surely now too much to overcome. Emma Stewart, that is a wondrous, wondrous strike.
Come on, keep it going.
And even she was pleased with that herself. She's notched up her 6th today. A brilliant brace. And this game now, a little bit too beyond the home side. They've let it slip in the last couple of minutes. Dropped their heads, and now it looks like they're being beaten in all areas of the pitch. Almost when they go forward, and almost they have more numbers than Quakers have defending. It's unbelievable. Well done by Finadri. Laverty there. Well, that's a mistake, but I'm sure she won't be too displeased with any mistake she makes from now because she's almost single-handedly won them this game in the second half. Looks like Ruth Marscombe will come back on in the coming minutes just to see out the game. Norwest had only the 1 goal coming into Match of the Round live streams coming into this game. Well, how's 5 in about 82 minutes? Though in taken, can Quakers find some sort of consolation?
Chloe!
Bit of back and forth. Throw-ins for either side. Launch forward again. You can hear Norwest are feeling a little jovial at the moment. Things are very much going their way. Trent Kiner, their coach, trying to just keep them motivated as they edge closer and closer to the final whistle of the game. About 7 minutes away, just to hold out, and they want to keep defensively strong. They would have been disappointed that they conceded the penalty in the manner that they did. The Quakers in the last 20 minutes or so have been shown a different level by Norwest, and it's really buzz-killed the mood around here. Certainly for those wearing white and green. It's a time to think about how they can still perhaps rescue points and perhaps push for the top 4 late, but with 5 games to go after this, seems unlikely. Wouldn't put it past them though.
Ref will make a change. Gina, have a rest.
Gemma Howe's going to make way to the sideline for the first time today. So returns to the pitch for Emerson Williams. Scored a fantastic goal today. She'll be really proud of herself. A first of the season and a monkey off the back. Will be frustrated though that at the point of this game when it was 2-2, she had a chance one-on-one to make it 3-2 in favour of them. And maybe the home side's day would have turned out very differently, but it's a game of moments. And for all the times I said that Norwest might be bitten on the backside for chances missed, it's ended up being the inverse. Very much the inverse. Throw in taken, Norwest's right up in the attacking third of the pitch for them. Cleared by Todorovic. There's a 3-on-3 here if they can play quickly. Hollywood Russell. Just too slow with the ball. Feeling the frustration is the coach, Mario Cumbo. I can hear to my right. Leah outscored and has given it away. And now perhaps a double hat-trick. Wide, just wide. Well, we had to split the match ball in half and giving it to both the strikers. Emma Stewart, what a game she's had. Well, I mentioned in the first half that she was very much the more distributive striker, the one who would sort of sit second furthest forward and facilitate play a little bit, hit the wingers, hit, of course, Erica Laverty in behind, but she's also been a rather great goal scorer today as well. 2 goals to boot. Cleared by Wilson. Just under 5 minutes left to go. Can't imagine there'll be any added on time, despite a couple of stoppages. And again, for a poker perhaps! Brilliant! Just sensational, Erica Laverty. Quakers falling apart at home. Feeling like juniors at the moment, but Norwest are pushing for top 4 and they are coming for it hard. Erica Laverty has just notched up her 20th, I'll say it again, in 12 games and has proved unstoppable today. But for all her brilliance, Quakers have switched off in the last 10 minutes or so. And it's going to be a painful one to look back on and reevaluate and assess. Look, they just switched off at the back completely. Yan now in behind. Would have been a 3rd goal scorer of the day. She might claim the one that Laverty kicked in from the free kick to put them ahead again for the 2nd one. But realistically, that would have been the 3rd goal scorer of the day. Todorovic. 3.5 to go. Can Norwest perhaps find a 7th? It would be the highest goal scoring tally in the match of the round for the WPL in its history if it was.
Get your shape! Bombs out, drop!
Hemsworth. Well, if they were to find a goal here, it would be merely a consolation. Let's see if they can find a well-worked set piece. It's a good ball into around the penalty spot. Emerson Williams is there. We'll need to turn provider this time.
Well done,
Flicks it back. Really well done by Golan. What a great game she's had. Those are the kind of players who don't get the goals and assists all too often. Although she has got 9 goal contributions in total this season in 12 games now. But while she might not get her name next to the score sheet all too often, Beth Golan is very much one to watch out for, going forward or going back. Great little triangles being made between 2 players here and a chance to get that consolation perhaps. Emerson Williams is there. And side netting. 90 seconds. Or 2 minutes, I should say, to go. Forgive me. Can't count. Brain has switched off. It is a Sunday. Look at the space here for Golan. Past the halfway line now to find Stewart. Laverty behind again. Leah Outscorn's probably saved her from a 5th goal. So you got a brace, you get a hat-trick, you get a poker. What is a 5th goal called? Be sure to let me know. Clip towards goal. Lots of calls for Maddie Russell to be cautioned formally by the referee for some off-the-ball niggling, let's say. Handball called there, but the referee with no view of it. Quakers done better there. Now 90 seconds to go. Both teams dejected in terms of their stamina. It has been a sapping day Easton Berry, who's got a monster throw in on her. Goes sort of for a medium range one that's flicked in behind. Round of applause by their coach, and now, past the keeper, and now, 2 hat tricks. 3 for her today. She's taken her tally to 7 for the season. Emma Stewart is fantastic. Norwest are fantastic. And it's 7th heaven for them. The Quakers are being ripped apart at home. And this feels like an invasion. Might just be a couple of kicks before we bring about the last whistle of the day. I'm going to have a real fun time remembering all the goal scorers in a couple of seconds. Bear with me though. Luckily there's only been 2 from Norwest. They've formed a couple though, haven't they? 7-2. Whistle to the lips of the referee will bring about the final whistle of the game. An incredibly intriguing performance for a multitude of reasons. A first half that ended after 45 minutes with both teams tied at 1-1. We've then had a second half that you wouldn't believe if I told you that would be the outcome when we got to the halftime break. Double hat tricks for the first time ever in WPL Match of the Round history. Emma Stewart with 3 to take her tally from 4 to 7 for this season. Erica Laverty, Golden Boot, surely contender and winner now, with 4 to go from 16 to 20 in this game. When we were tied at 1-1, it was Norwest who retook the lead early in the second half, and then it was Jamie Cumbo who did well from the penalty spot to make it 2-2. Of course, Gemma Howe at 16 was the one who got Quakers' first goal of the day, but at the end of the day, it was Norwest who have just had a rampant last third of the game. Unstoppable and freakishly, scarily good teams that play them. Beware, that's what you're coming up against soon. The next match of the round will be, once again, a Blacktown hosted one, so I hope you're not sick of my voice just yet. I think I've had 4 in the last 5 weeks. Parkley versus Winston Hills from Blacktown Football Park next week, 3 p.m, as Parkley look to confirm a top 4 spot. Quakers will go to face Greystanes. It's another team who's competing for the top 4. It's going to be difficult for them. Norwest, as mentioned about 30 minutes ago, will face Castle Hill in what could be a cracker, and depending on other results today, not that I do know them, but depending on other results, could very well be one that is 3rd v 2nd. My name is Mark DePoli. Thank you very much for tuning into this 9-goal thriller, and we will see you next time.